guys, long time no see. I'm back from my creative hiatus to bring you a video on what I've been fixating on since I've been gone. Let's get into that. All right, one could say that I have a slight addiction to matcha. I'm just a girl, okay? Don't we all have an addiction to matcha? Does everybody's feed just have just matcha like mine? I stopped drinking matcha every day a while ago because of milk. For some reason, milk is one of those things I just have a huge aversion to buying. I think it's like kind of like a ripoff. And that stems from me having made my own oat milk back in the day, but it was never good. So then I just stopped drinking matcha to reduce my aversion to buying milk. I have prepared for you a cost basis analysis on the milks that I've tried for my matcha. Here we go. So I got my, it's supposed to be hot but not boiling, they say. So I have my hot but not boiling water, and I have my matcha whisk blooming, which I guess is supposed to be like prepping it. She needs the foreplay before we get into the whisking. Over here on the side, first step, I'm gonna take my, well, besides the matcha whisk foreplay that's going on over here, I'm gonna take my matcha. I normally just do one almost pretty flat teaspoon, and I'm just gonna put it in my bowl. And then honestly, normally I put about like 3 teaspoons of maple in here. And then because it's always supposed, you gotta lick it. Your whisk is supposed to be blooming for like 60 seconds to 90 seconds. This is like gonna spill. Like there's no way this is not gonna spill right now. I'm gonna just pour a little bit. I have my cute pink towel. You don't wanna do too much because you want it to have like a good, nice froth. You're supposed to just do it back and forth, but then some of it gets on the wall, so I do a little. You'll see from this video, I have 4 different milks. So I bought this one and then this one and this one. I didn't buy this one, I stole this one, but you'll hear about that. This one just has the tiniest amount in it, so I'm just gonna, okay, finally finished that milk. I have this oat milk, which I don't even think I'm gonna finish. Yeah, there's still more, so I'm not gonna finish this one, which is good because this one's really good. Cup is prepped, I don't fill it up all the way, and then you put it in there. Okay, you can tell there's still matcha at the bottom. Did a great job, obviously. Milk just to top it off. I don't end up having ice with this because I just leave it in the fridge. The next morning I take it and I just go. Let's see. Yeah, this is my matcha for tomorrow morning. And now I'm gonna talk about my cost-based analysis on milk. Oh my gosh, there's a guy just like sitting out my window in his apartment, as he should. And I did not realize. I wonder if he saw me. Talking to my camera, making a matcha porno. Hello guys, I am here with your cost basis analysis on my current 3 milks here. I'm gonna start with the first one I got. This one, I've been saving these to film this video, so there's very little bit left in here, but this is the almond beverage in vanilla. I decided to go for the vanilla. It's unsweetened. I'm just gonna, this one initially stood out to me because when I was looking at the milks at Trader Joe's, this one was $2.99. I'm gonna give the price, it's $3, but I'm the type of person that will get influenced when something is 99 cents, unfortunately. So $2.99 is cheaper to me than $3. I would give it a 4.5. I would say that's like just about as high as it could go before I would start to question why it's so cheap. For texture overall, I'm not super impressed by the texture. It's not like super thick. It's gluten-free though. Yeah, it's like a little bit on the runnier side. In terms of texture, I'm gonna give it like a 2. It is pretty runny. I'm not a super big fan of the texture. I also like will not be repurchasing this one. The reason of the flavor. I know I signed up to get almond milk, almond beverage. It is so nutty. And like, I don't even like almonds to begin with. Taste, I'm gonna give it like a 1.5. It's pretty pungent. Overall, not super impressed by it. I love the price point, but we can't just judge it based on the price point. As an overall milk, I'm gonna give it like a 2.5. I know that probably doesn't add up with my individual rankings, but I'm gonna give it a 2.5 because that's how I feel about it cumulatively. Okay, let me say 3 because the price point is so low that I'm like, okay, if I had to get it and there's no other milk, I would get it, but I wouldn't enjoy it. Ugh, hold please. I need to get comfy. Who is ever comfy in a blanket with pants on? That's like criminal to me. Oh my gosh, jeez. Okay, just not gonna be fully comfortable with these jeans on this blanket. Fuck. We're gonna call it at that. I'm back. Hi guys, nice to see you. I'm back because I wanted to redo my review. I wanted to redo my review of this oat milk. Let's pretend what I have in this cup is this milk when it is not. I ran out of this milk 2 weeks ago, so it's not what's in here, but I'm gonna pretend for the sake of the video that is what's in here. Oh my gosh, jeez. Okay, the price of this milk. Originally, what made me not purchase this milk originally from Trader Joe's and get the almond milk was because this one was $1 more. So the price of this milk is $3.99, which is $1 more than the almond milk. And I think that that's like kind of average. So I'm gonna give that, in terms of price point, a 3. I think that's like more on the average scale of non-dairy milk. So I'm gonna give it a 3. For flavor, I like this one. I like it better than almond milk because, like I said, I don't like almond milk. It has like that standard oat flavor that I do like. And I would give the flavor, it's also like a little bit, it's like a little bit sweetened, so it's not just like plain oat milk. So I'm gonna give the flavor a 3.5. I think it's like pretty average in terms of oat milk. A little bit, no, I'm gonna give it a 3.75. It's a little bit better than the almond milk because almond milk was very almondy. So just in relation to all the other milks I tried, I gotta give this one a 3.75. And in terms of texture, this one is a little better in terms of texture. I've had some non-dairy milks that are much more runny, and this one's not as runny. In terms of texture, I still think that it's just like a very average milk, so I'm gonna have to give it like a 3.5 for texture. It's still not quite as thick as the next milk I'm gonna talk about, but it's thicker, so it does its job. The almond milk was like comparable thickness to this one, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5. For my final ranking of this almond milk, I would say this is like a very standard almond milk with a very standard price point, really. Also, I'm gonna give it a 3.75 overall rating because it like didn't super stand out to me. It was better than the other one, which is why I'm giving it more than an average rating, but there wasn't anything that like really stood out to me, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5, a little bit above average. Every time I sit on this couch, I'm like terrified I'm gonna spill something on it because it's not my couch. Didn't pay for this couch at all. That is my review on this oat milk. Now let's go on to the next. The third one, this is the Chobani vanilla. One has to be sweetened. This one, actually, little story time, I stole this one. So I was out camping and then we were like packing up all the camping stuff to take home, and I mean, like, the person who bought this wasn't there to claim it yet. So I took it. I got a good deal on this one. This one, in terms of price point, this one is $4.99. It is a little bit expensive. In terms of price, I'm gonna give this one a 2.75. I feel like that's honestly kind of like more so average for the price of like milk, like name brand milk. Gosh, this is one that I would just drink by itself if I'm ever just like craving milk, which I never am. I would just drink this one. The texture of this one, it's great. The mouthfeel is really great. I want to give this one for texture a 4.5. This one's really good. Like, I was very impressed when I first tried this. And the flavor, okay, this is initially what got me from the start. The flavor is so good. It honestly kind of tastes like, you know, cereal milk. It kind of gives that kind of effect. Obviously, this one is sweetened, but the flavor, I'm gonna give it a 4.75. My overall rating for this one is gonna have, out of these ones I've tried so far, out of all these ones, this one is definitely my favorite. And I think I had to give it like a 4.75 overall rating. Let me give it a 4.5 because I don't love the price point, even though it is kind of more so on like the average price point feel. But the flavor, the texture, the consistency, it's really good. Considering my aversion to buying milk, spending money, and being a frugal girly, the fact that I am going to opt for buying the most expensive milk is making moves to me. I mean, like, I really do live my life like I'm broke, I swear, and I'm not broke. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I've been cooking this one up for a while now while on my little creative hiatus, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you're still here, thanks for sticking around with me. I appreciate it. I'm ready to put out some good content this year, the second half of this year, and I'm very excited for it. So make sure that you have your post notifications on so you don't miss any of my uploads, because you're gonna want to stick around for them. And also, let me know your fixations down in the comments. I would love to hopefully not feel alone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And I'm gonna catch you guys in a few weeks in my next video. So from one lovesick fool to another, I love you and I'll see you soon. Bye.